Hello, I'm Santrupti. I blog at bit.ly/SantaBlogs. I will get a domain name soon. My talk is about creativity and tech is in community, not in three-column grid and vertical scroll. Um, yeah, I make things on the internet currently. I used to be a designer up until December. I quit my job to make fun things on the internet and just take a break from the world. I will start off with a concept that we have in meditation. I am somewhat of a meditator, and one of the main concepts, or rather, um, like a thing that you're aiming towards while you are meditating, is to sort of lose the boundaries of your body so that you can be extremely connected to the world, so that you can be very present and sort of connect to the world without having a boundary and like losing your identity, things that you identify with, so that you can lose biases and sort of see the world for what it is. And um, I started doing this as a way to get a relief from my very, very busy mind as a person with ADHD. And another thing that we popularly currently do to get a relief from a very busy mind is to be on social media. And I was thinking about the parallels that there are between meditation versus social media, and how easy it is to become this boundaryless sort of existence when you are on social media. You get on it, or at least it is like this for me, where I get on it and then I immediately forget that I'm a person altogether. And then I lose my identity and I let social media paint an identity onto me based on whatever recommendations it's showing me or whatever is on the algorithm. And the more and more that you use it, you sort of become the same person as your phone. And I once had a friend who would get cranky if I tried to pull him away from his phone and be like, hey, we need to hang out and talk. And yeah. And these parallels are quite uncanny for me. Um, and this is a little excerpt from this short story that I read from Ray Bradbury's The Welt. And this was written in 1950. And it's a conversation between a father and a son. And the son basically starts out the conversation with, I didn't like it when you took out the picture painter last month. And the father sadly says, I wanted you to learn to paint all by yourself, son. And the son says, I don't want to do anything but look and listen and smell. What else is there to do? I want to do a little analysis of this text. Um, and like draw parallels to what we currently have. Um, somewhere someone has felt this, right? Like where somewhere someone has already done what I have done, and there's no reason for me to do it when I'm going to do it a little less lackluster than when somebody else did it anyway. I'm not going to do it as good enough as they did it. Why try? And why go through this labor of being creative at all or trying anything at all when it's going to be difficult and the outcome is going to be worse off, right? And the fact that this was written in 1950 is just extremely okay. um, and I want to again bring back the conversation to sort of like social media. When you start feeling like, wow, depression rectangle is giving me depression, and because it's rectangle shape, the solutions of this depression rectangle tend to be rectangle shaped. Um, and the problem with this is that the solution to this depression, or rather this like hollowness that you feel when you continue scrolling all day every day, is like, maybe I should do something. Maybe I should try being creative the same. Because we're human beings, we're always compelled to create. And we're like, oh, I see all these people doing this. Let me try. But the thing with that is that, again, it is constrained to this little rectangle that is already there. And it tells you what kind of media it likes, and then it tells you what to look for to know whether or not what you're making is worth anything at all, which are the numbers at the bottom, right? And it says that this is your solution to misery. And I think that's pretty bleak. So the medium's constraints sort of become the boundaries of your creativity. And these are the places that you can sort of be like, oh, I'm going to be creative. Um, I was a little shifting the conversation a little bit. Some of my recent projects, these are some of my recent projects. The first one was Ankur threw a listening party for Mitski, the artist, and I made a little data visualization of like every song that I heard and like how I felt during it to get like a statistical evidence of why my top 2 songs were my top 2 songs to play at this party. The second one is basically how this city makes me feel, which is I mapped out every single place I've been to in Bangalore and how I felt there. And then the third one is just I mapped out all the places that I like eating at so that me and my friends can like sort of decide faster where to eat because I have a lot of dietary restrictions. And if I look through some of the themes within this project, the first one is basically I want to show how I feel to people and I want to articulate it. The second one is the city isn't just made of, it's not a unanimous thing. The city is made of people and how people make me feel. And the third one is I want to hang out with people. How do I make it more efficient? Okay, I have 2 minutes, so I'm going to run this. And I want to bring up the fact that good things happen in a community. This is one of my favorite content creators right now. And he basically makes videos about animation. And he used to work in Disney as an animator. And one of the videos that I really like is him talking about how he has a community that he constantly relies on to sort of like help him be more creative, get more ideas and things like that. And if somebody that went to CalArts and like went to Disney also has a community, it made me realize like nobody's doing this alone, right? Nobody's being creative, making things at all alone, and they all have communities to rely on. And I hope this is a reflection for everyone to sort of reach out and make friends with people who are making the sort of same things as you and talk about your ideas. So these are my people who I be creative with and like sort of help me debug. And so yeah, please make things, be weird on the internet. Don't let the confines of a rectangle tell you what kind of creativity that you can do and can be. And it's going to be messy and hard sometimes, and you'll have to embarrassingly reach out to someone for something stupid, but it is worth it because making things and the labor of being creative is extremely worth because what else are you going to do when you're alive? So yeah, thank you. Please join us in IndieWebClub and come make weird things with us.